Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vissers Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding and also about getting ready for the Arnold Classic UK. And the skull phase is simply part of the process. New low weigh-in today, 113 kilos, before getting some bowel movements going. So in reality, the body weight is probably 112 and a half at minimum, but doesn't matter. We still have exactly 2 weeks to go now, which is plenty enough time to lose around 2 to 3 more kilos. Most of that is always water weight, because fatigue is being washed out, cardio will be lowered, training volume lowered, carbs will go up, and that effect has less stress on the body, less holding water, etc. But you will see all of that happening pretty much in real time, because with me to the Arnold Classic UK will be meals from pics, media, pics, visuals. And he's my cameraman who is always filming me in the gym. So every single day we're gonna do our best to upload real-time videos. Anyway, I'm about to do the fasted cardio. And what I already had is some Meta Plus. This is the Meta Plus right here, taking 12 grams every single time before fasted cardio. Meta Plus simply means metabolism with a little extra. So your own metabolism will burn fat during the cardio, but the ingredients in here will ensure increased fat oxidation. So this is what I take pre-cardio, and then I take like 15 to 30 minute break before actually doing a cardio, because I also drink a liter of water. I want that to be absorbed. So in the meantime, I make some delicious breakfast for Marley and Dexter. So Dexter is literally eating the same amount as Marley, but pretty much cut in half. The only difference is Marley weighs probably around 4 times as much as Dexter, yet he eats only twice as little. That is going to be interesting in a couple of years. 50 minutes of cardio was quite challenging, but we did it. And now it's time for the breakfast. 0 carb breakfast with a little bit of fats, which is very delicious. But first we're going to do some posing for the coach, asking for some feedback. But things are going to the right direction for sure. Weight is dropping nice and progressively, consistently. And the hunger is also rising consistently, so, progress is being made. Alrighty, just had the breakfast of the omelette, 10 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, and some asparagus, which, when you're hungry, is delicious regardless, but it's delicious anyway, even in the off season, but then it just doesn't provide enough calories. But we are about to go to the gym, and before the workout itself, I'm still gonna have a weight isolate shake. I'll be training around 2:30 p.m., so a little later than usual, but therefore we have an isolate shake beforehand. It's in my schedule by my coach Stefan anyway, but I also already prepared the post-workout meal beforehand. And you can see it right here. This is nicely and voluminous, as you can see. I made this, you can't see that, but I made this yesterday. This is 45 grams of cream of rice with a lot of water. So how do I make it this, jelly-like? So what we have here is a cooker faucet, which, if you turn it on, it provides boiling water right away. So then I put the cream of rice in here, mix it up with like the salt, a little bit of sweetener, a little bit of psyllium husk. And if you then add the boiling water and mix it up nicely, and for a long time, it's gonna thicken up and it's cooking right away. Then I put the lid on it. Beforehand I mix the strawberries through it, and then in the fridge overnight, over like 12 hours in total, it becomes nice and solid like this. So I added like 800 mils of water to this meal with only 45 grams of cream of rice. So it is possible to create a lot of volume with a little bit of powder. So there's no protein in here yet. So we have here the whey paste. And this is also the same story. You can see it barely moves. So this is about 60 grams of ESN Designer Whey Protein. You can see by the color, it's a nice chocolatey flavor. Chocolate fudge cookie dough, very, very delicious. And what I did is simply add 100 mils of water to this, put it in the fridge overnight, and then it comes out like this as well. So adding this on top of that creates a nice frosting layer on top of the cream of rice. As I said, I added a little bit of sweetener, and the exact sweetener is actually just some stevia extract without the bitter taste. So this is a little bit of sweetness, but this adds the actual flavor, which is amazing. So this combination works really well, and it's my only meal of the day that contains carbs. So let's go to the gym and have this meal right after. Alrighty guys, we have arrived at the gym. I just had a posing class with someone and then a meeting, or kind of a contest prep talk with Tom. You saw him on this channel twice now. He's going to do a competition in 12 weeks, so that's going to be great as well. I myself, as you know, I'm 2 weeks out, so all I did right now, about an hour ago, is had Final Protein by Value Red. This is called Final Protein because it's the isolate version combined with, well, it's whey protein isolate with instant low lactose trademark, so it's even lower lactose than regular whey isolate, combined with hydrolyzed whey protein isolate. So it's a combination of two of the best absorbable wheys. So no fat, no carbs, just the protein absorbs really well. So that's what I take as pre-workout shake protein wise. Then I had a pre-workout with, of course, nootropic and nitro, maximum pump, maximum focus. No caffeine. I'm lowering caffeine more and more. Just have some caffeine in the morning before cardio, and that's it. And now we're gonna go for the intra-workout shake. And then we have mTOR, and this is just EAAs with some electrolytes. And I'm gonna put 30 grams in there, or actually, yeah, 30 grams, that's what the coach says. And this flavor is peach maracuja, or maracuja, however you want to call it. But regardless of the name, it tastes incredible. It makes it easier to drink plenty of water during the workout, and it motivates you, and it makes you look forward to drinking this, because the diet doesn't really consist of any sweetness anymore. And then we have here L-carnitine, per capsule 750 milligrams of L-carnitine, so 1500 goes in here. Always emptying the capsules in here. And L-carnitine is one of those things that if you follow a diet with, very low foods and low calories, you're going to miss out on some essential nutrients, ingredients such as minerals, but also L-carnitine, which is needed for optimal fat oxidation. And then this one, of course, simple sodium, just a little bit in here as an extra electrolyte, mineral added for the extra pump. And now we're just gonna fill this up with water and then have a nice workout. It's going to be the back, rear delts, and the biceps. Let's go. As you guys know, my training right now are pretty basic. It is to retain muscle. We're gonna do the assisted pull-up, warm up a couple of times, and this is gonna be my pull-down movement for this back workout. So let's first start nice and light. 60 kilo is now assisting me in the pull-up, but I'm getting lighter myself, so it should be pretty easy. Let's go. And we're gonna walk in between every set, guys. We need to get as shredded as possible, so the more movement you can do that doesn't cause fatigue, the better it is. I used to do a lot of lat pull downs, literally going straight up and straight down. And that's not how the lats work. The lats actually, like almost all other muscles, they are wrapped around a joint and wrapped around tissue. So they're not working from point A to point B. They're actually working in kind of a circle, in kind of a different path. Like a bench press, you don't go straight up and down, you actually go in a path. Same goes with the lats. If you do a dumbbell row, you don't do this, but you actually go with the direction that your lats want. And the same here, you pretty much do this and not go straight up and down.
is actually follow the natural path of your lats. So don't force yourself into a position that feels unnatural, because then you already know it's not ideal for that muscle to grow. All right, the next one is going to be a chest supported row. Pretty much all the rowing I'm doing is chest supported now. Keep pressure off the back, of the lower back, and really focus only on the rowing movement. It's gonna be this one. So we're gonna warm up once, just to get used to the movement, and then add some gym pin weights. When you get lighter, the most difficult part is getting the weight moving in place first, before doing the actual movement, so let's do this. What you really want to do here in prep, you will start to change your form in order to still do the amount of reps you were used to doing weeks ago. That's not what you want to do. Focus on the stretch, on the contraction, and with that form, execute the weight. But we're able to keep performance up even with zero carbs. So anybody who thinks if you go low calorie, high cardio, you can't keep your strength, well, I'm proving the opposite. It's possible as long as you recover from the workout, so lower the volume if needed. I maintained 11 reps on all 3 sets. Since we're doing 2 rowing movements, I'm gonna do 1 other exercise now with, again, 3 working sets. And yeah, let's go. All right, so this is going to be the only movement that isn't chest supported. That's why I'm doing it as the last rowing movement, because I already spent my power and energy and strength on the first 2. And now I'm still gonna go as heavy as I can, but naturally, since it's the 3rd movement, you can't go as heavy. So there will be less stress on the lower back anyway. And we're really gonna focus on the correct form here, especially the squeeze and obviously the contraction and the stretch. But we're not gonna rock the upper body back and forth like a lot of people do, because that will cause a lot of fatigue on the lower back and the spine, which we don't want. And since this one is an exercise you can't brace with, you can't brace against something, I'm going a little bit lighter compared to usual, but only 5 kilos lighter, just to ensure I can keep correct form without causing too much fatigue. And these are decisions you have to make based on experience, knowledge about yourself, and past competitions. Because if you keep going very heavy on exercises like this, it will simply dig you so far into the ground you can't get out of it, and that's not what you want when you want to look your best in 2 weeks. Okay. That's all the rowing strength. Now it's time for an isolation movement for the lower lats, which is always going to be in place. And ending with an isolation movement for both chest and back is always something I recommend. Just 2 simple sets here. You don't want to, overdo this one. It's really about stimulating the muscle here. So 2 nice and heavy sets. I'm using this bar because I get a better stretch here. If you want a better contraction, you use a rope, but I really love this because it's the end of the back workout, after the back movements. I want to feel that stretch because the back is already pumped up at least a little bit. Let's go. Even very close to the end, you still want to achieve a pump in those smaller muscle groups, because in my opinion, you can go heavy here, but you won't be able to isolate the muscle as good as with a lighter weight, a little more volume, and get blood in that little muscle to make it pop like this. Rear delt's done, so we're going from 3 working sets to 2. Again, it's about stimulating the muscle, not annihilating it. Now it's time for some bicep work. All right guys, it is time for the biceps. We're going to do this on the ATX bench. So this is a regular bench, but you can attach this attachment, the bicep attachment, to this. And it's multifunctional because this is only one of the many attachments. So for home gyms, garage gyms, or gyms like this, private gyms pretty much, you can use it. So we're gonna get started with the warm-up for 1 set and then 4 true walking sets. Let's go. This is for the back guys, and for the rear delts, and for the biceps. And since tomorrow is going to be a rest day, I always like to finish off the day before rest day with some abs. The biggest difference between now and last season is that I train the abs seriously now, so at least twice a week with the same frequency as everything else. I train the abs to keep them intact, full, and on par with the development of the rest of my body. So let's do that first. We're just going to do 3 simple working sets here, as many reps as we can, qualitative wise. So nothing fatiguing for anything else but the abdominals. Keeping the transverse abdominis, the muscle responsible for putting the vacuum, contracted, flat stomach. Let's go. Then exercise like this, you want to get very close to failure, but not to actual failure, because then you will be bound to use the obliques and other muscles that you don't want to activate during the abdominal movement. To really feel it in the abs, what you truly want to feel is you want to feel the separate rectus abdominals from the rest. So you don't right now want to feel the obliques, because if you want bigger obliques, that's fine, but you will get a bigger waist. You just want the depth of your abs to be increased by doing this movement. Oh, okay guys, it is for the abs. If I would continue, I would simply feel it on other places. That's not what we want. To really finish off this entire workout, we need to do the cardio. As you guys know, 20 minutes post-workout, and later on 20 minutes again. So let's just go to the bike and finish off this workout routine. Okay guys, so this is the bike I like to use post-workout. It feels very smooth, and you can put this bike exactly in the position you want to, so you don't feel anything weird going on with your body causing fatigue. You want to choose cardio equipment that feels good, that gets your heart rate up, but without causing any rear lactic acid or numb feeling in any body parts, which you sometimes get in an uncomfortable cardio machine. But we're gonna do this for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go home, eat the post-workout meal, and later on do some more cardio today, and then let's see what I weigh tomorrow morning, and see you at home.
Good morning guys, it is the next day, so you saw me doing cardio last. I went back home, had my post-workout meal, then 3 more protein and veggie meals, and then last meal was simply an omelet, and did 1 more cardio session before the omelet, and that's pretty much it for that day. Then tried to have a good sleep, and Laura was crying, like I had to go out of bed 4 times. Sleep wasn't optimal, and I actually dreamt of having food, and I actually dreamt of eating food on prep, which I can't even remember when the last time that happened, but it was like, you know, I'll be doing the show in France after the Arnold Classic UK, and I was actually dreaming of eating croissants, and I was like halfway through a croissant in my dream. I was like, well, this is not that much calories, I'll still be in a deficit if I eat this, but I stopped halfway because I felt too guilty. And we were having like some kind of Christmas, Thanksgiving kind of party with a lot of food, and I knew I wasn't supposed to eat anything, but I did anyway. So yeah, in the dream I was like, oh, did this really happen? But then I woke up and I was like, great, we're still on track, because I just weighed myself, and new low weight. We are the first time below 113 kilos, so 112.8, which is amazing, so I'm very happy with that. We'll report that to the coach and see the next steps, which probably just is keep going as you're going. Anyway guys, thank you a whole lot for watching. At the Arnold Classic UK, when we are actually there, I'll be recording every single day, so you can actually see in real time what's going on. So the videos will be uploaded on a daily basis. That's the plan, if everything goes correctly, so you can see my skull face every single day. Anyway, thank you for watching. Check out the links down below for all the discount codes I have, and don't forget also to subscribe to my mailing list. It is completely free, yet 4 to 5 times a week you receive an informational email regarding my personal experience with the prep, supplementation, nutrition, training, mindset, etc. So if you want to know more about that, written by yours truly, then let me know and make sure to subscribe to it. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.